It was a great start for Team Liquid Brazil here in the elimination match in the lower bracket. I'm your host, Yingsu, and I'm joined once again by Muraz and Sapphire. Good start, but close. Very, very close. We could have easily gone to OT.
I think so, yeah. We didn't know where it was going to go, but there were so many incredible hero play moments from TL, and of course, the crowd got hyped for them, so they're feeling it.
Yeah, Liquid was playing in their face, very aggressive, holding aggressive angles. Sometimes they were being punished by that. They lost some after post plants because of that. But I like the way they were playing, the posture and stuff.
Yeah, I know you had some concerns about the Killjoy, the Cypher, especially on attack side. But as we can see from this round, they had ideas to deal with the Cypher.
Yeah, this round it was actually really well played by Liquid. If you see earlier on as well, they pressured me, they put pressure on me, they go back A, they connect with the race, and then they finish with that combo of the satchel and flash, was really well executed.
Yeah, great work obviously by the IGL, Daiki, for being able to come up with these adjustments, of course, on the fly, how to counter that Cypher, and then of course doing a great job getting a lot of mid control.
Yeah, and look how hyped they are, the energy. I felt like we didn't really see as much of that Sapphire the last time we played, and this time I felt like every time the camera went to Palestra, he was just slamming his desk, raising his fist and stuff. It's great.
Yeah, oh, it's great. He was feeling it, and the players too. So much more energy from the team. You could tell they're much better positioned today. Those nerves, I think, are being calmed finally.
You'd agree with that? Because I know you said they're a little bit nervous against G2.
Yeah, I think you could see mainly the veterans like Bastard and Daiki, they were pushing spawn, they didn't have money, they were pushing spawn, trying to hunt those players. They were, as I said before, holding aggressive angles, so I really like that they were playing in a different posture than the last game.
Yeah, and speaking of their coach Palestra, he's actually standing by right now with Mika Fabs for a quick interview.
Hey guys, Mika Fabs here, and I'm standing with Palestra, coach of Team Liquid. Palestra, I wanted to ask you, Daiki is having an amazing game. I wanted to shout her out in particular because I wanted to know in what ways she has stepped up over the past couple of days to lead Team Liquid to this kind of success.
The role as an IGL or a leader in your team, sometimes you need to let your emotions out and try to calm your team. Even though you are nervous or something like that, you should stay calm and be the leader. So I think Daiki is doing a nice job in that way. She can keep the team calm, she can give the words what we should do, and the team trusts her. So if she stays calm, if she's confident, if she surpasses her emotions, she should be okay for every match. So we focus a lot about that after the first game because we were a little bit nervous. And right now I think we are feeling the event, the space, and playing our game, and it's nice to see the girls like that.
Thanks very much for your time. We're going to see if Team Liquid can close this out.
Yeah, Muraz, you said to me that even if Team Liquid lose today, you'll be okay with it if they just play like how they usually play. Do you think that, with the way that Daiki played as well, we saw that on Split?
Yeah, I think she plays a big influence in that because the other players are gonna see them playing like that, she's playing like that, and they're gonna try to do the same as well, feel the heat of the moment. And I think Georgina for me was the one, the rookie one that really showed that what she was here to play today. She was playing, she was holding the angles aggressively. She was she got I think a 3K on B Heaven. It was only headshots, so she was feeling it. You could see. So I really like it.
The clutches were hype as well. The clutches were great. But like I said, it was close. EG, it kind of felt like Liquid had the read, and then EG had the read, especially around 17, and then Liquid had the read again, and they just kept going back and forth and back and forth. We'll take a look at it because, Heather, this was something that Daiki was trying, but EG just knew exactly how to counter it.
Yeah, there were obviously some good adjustments here from the young IGL Thea, who's just stepped into this role about a month ago. They weren't afraid to take those early fights. Of course, Starbound's utility there are so many nice trip frags that really caused trouble for TL. So while it made the match close, unfortunately it wasn't enough.
Yeah, and I think after that, EG really didn't understand that the Cypher was a problem for Team Liquid. With this new patch, Raze has promised to deal with it. They have to split through Heaven, so it takes a long time. Lori got a kill. I remember one round there because they have to play really slowly towards the Cypher, and they started to respect it. They were starting to go a lot of B, play B. They was winning round and B, and I think EG didn't understand they weren't bold enough to play a more stack towards middle, towards B, or even switch the Cypher to B. I would love to see how it would work out.
Yeah, might have made a difference, right? If they just took a couple more risks,
Yeah.
perhaps. But let's check in with Bastarda right now in the aim lab shoot around as we prep for map 2. And this is interesting because Bastarda, very seasoned duelist player, seasoned jet player. We're going to move on to Ascent soon, and her opposite number, Sapphire, definitely much less seasoned than her when it comes to the jet role.
Yeah, as far as we know from Scary Shark, she's picked up Jet in the last 2 to 3 weeks or something. Obviously, this player is just slotting in, and instead of EG changing their entire roster and comp, they decide to put the new player right into a duelist player. So obviously going on to Jet is going to be difficult. It's a very difficult agent to master, and you're going to be going head to head against Bastarda, one of the best Jets in all of Game Changers. That's a tough challenge to take on.
Yeah, it is indeed. We've heard from Palestra already, but let's hear now from the side of EG. Mika Fabs is standing by with Coach Jovi.
I'm here right now with Jovi of EG. I mean, Jovi, it seems like Team Liquid is playing with a different fire right now, even though it was very close at map 1. How do you guys plan to make a comeback with map 2?
I mean, map 1 just came to a few inches, right? But we came to fight, and we're going to come out fighting. And whatever happens, happens, but we're here to play.
Gotta love the fighting words. Best of luck to the team.
Thank you.
I feel like every time we hear from him, it's like really chill, like they're not worried, they're very relaxed, they're like, oh, whatever, map 1. I think last time they were like, it was a scrim. Now it's like, we're gonna fight. Is that how you feel as well, Sapphire? Because if they don't win this, they're going home.
No, I don't feel that way.
Oh, you're
I'm
not
worried.
as chill?
I'm worried for them. I'm worried for them. You know, when we look at their history on Ascent, like they've got some okay wins in Series 3, but they did lose twice to the old Shopify, and it's not a map that they play a ton. So I am quite worried for this team.
I think here, like they just came out with like what is uncomfortable for Team Liquid. They won some Ascents, but it was not against the great teams in Brazil. Against Legacy, against Loud, they lost. They were not that comfortable. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that was their second ban against G2 as well. So I think it's more about like not having Liquid in their comfort zone and trying to get something out of there.
Yeah, but also, if we look at the script, you know, of Team Liquid Brazil's Ascent, they win and then they lose, they win and then they lose, they win and then lose. So this, if the script is right, they might not win this one, but we're into the Prime Gaming agent, so like this is just very standard Ascent comp. I do want to ask you though, because you know, Sapphire mentioned Scary Shark 32 not really played Jet a lot. So how important do you think it will be for her to pop off here?
Yeah, I mean, Ascent is a really heavy Jet map. It has a lot of influence because in the attacking side, you have to get out with the executes. Like you can't really, you don't have that much to do. Like in Split, you can fake A, fake B, get mid control. You don't have that much to do in Ascent. You have to come, everything comes out with the attack in the final.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of pressure on this team. Obviously, you're going to want to stop Bastarda, who's going to be hunting you down.
Yeah, of course, like I said, just one map away from elimination. EG, they have to win this. I'm going to throw this over to your caster, Mimi and Ender.
Thank you very much, Yinsu. If the game against SMG for Evil Geniuses was them not playing like themselves, none of the individuals showing up, map 1 against TL, that was EG. They were adapting, they were playing well. They were finally here on the stage in Brazil, and they let it slip away, losing 2 critical rounds. And now they are up against elimination here on Ascent.
Now they've tasted it, and now is the ultimate challenge for Nor, the new addition to the roster on the Jet map, on the up map. It is all up to her and what she can do for him.
Through mid to start for Evil Geniuses. It's going to be a fast split into B. And it's Scary Shark in charge. Dash into the site. There's everything close and has an opportunity to get an opener onto Daiki. Finds a shot. Damage onto Issa in the back line. She's low on HP and is overwhelmed. Great start by EG.
That's a great opener. EG's pistols have been very clean so far today. Georgina and Bizarra trying to work downstairs initially, but there's still a lot of gas left in the tank for EG.
Dash for Bastarda. 1 flash on Bizarra. Those are the tools to try and get a way back into this round. Georgina will smoke one side, try and isolate off these fights, but EG have excellent positioning in this post. A brutal to break crossfire in the back lines and a one-way continuing to stall them on out. EG will just chip away. You see the confidence showing for Scary Shark. Prime Gaming flawless to start the game.
Couldn't have asked for a better opener than that, can you, for EG? Now, let's again close it. Those round twos have been very, very spooky. And what I need to see from EG is better coordination with their utility between their flashers, their scouts, and that dive of Nora going on in. When we look at last game, the two Skies, Daiki and Lori, were dominating, top fragging on the Skies. But it was a difference of 20 assists for Daiki compared to Lori's 5. Those flashes were not turning into kills for EG. That has to change now with PowerPixel on the flashes. And once again, EG blitzing up through mid. It's another B split.
And it's the right call. Team Liquid stacked towards A only. One more player here with a frenzy who will promptly be dealt with.
That's just real. I mean, just look at that overwhelming utility they're throwing out that one.
Rounds like this are what you need, though. We didn't even see clean anti-ecos in game 1. EG, it was tooth and nail for anything.
Yeah.
And you'd think on Ascent, a map they were always so comfortable with on home, this is really their chance to keep that confidence in the series.
I mean, it was 10-10, and they lost versus one hero rifle. Now PowerPixel going nuts here into main for the 3K. That's the clean open. I mean, back-to-back flawless. We'll take it.
Yeah. Astardo will just run away, and it's great to have those orbs online early towards this KO null command. Make sure to build themselves up a bank in this first half.
But Wally, talk about EG and how they have to get into this game, into this tournament, how this is going to end up closing on through. You can't forget the elephant in the room, which is Bastarda. She is out here dropping bombs. She is on fire. When that op gets into her hands, especially on this map of Ascent, it is going to be unreal.
And that's why we have to keep talking about Scary Shark. Remember, she was always an initiator player. She never made a main event before this. This is very easily the biggest game that she has ever played on a role she doesn't play on the Jet map against Bastarda, who has been on this TL roster playing at the highest level for eons.
There is no more wiggle room. You are backed firmly up against the wall. There is nowhere left to go, no second chance for EG.
Sink or swim for the Shark. We'll see what she can do. Committed bonus here for EG, but they have a rifle, they have some Spectres. They can make something of this round.
Yeah, I mean, PowerPixel is just one off of that null command.
They're gonna go around the world.
Yeah, go fishing for it, go farming, especially if they get over onto that side. I mean, I'm looking at Iza too. The utility is odd because it's just the one nanoswarm only now placed into main, expecting that. And the fact that Iza is playing on site means that she is going to have to pop that so quickly. If you see PowerPixel grab that orb, you need to hit that instantly to stop this flood from coming in.
3 players will be ready on this B site for Team Liquid. Do you have the null command? Can they stop it though? That spam is great out of Daiki, but she's going to run out of ammo soon, and Scary Shark is dashed into the site, fully blinded, offensive flood, retake for TL. But is down. Issa there to trade. That's great work out of the Sentinel, and Issa keeps going. Daiki, suppressing fire, just holds the line for Team Liquid.
I got excited for saying, oh, look at that. Starbound gets the kill, and then Daiki just did not stop holding down left click.
They're just going to walk into you, why not?
That's wild. I wonder, too, if Daiki, a lot of times you'll go for that spam early on in the round, but the way that EG went for that orb and stuck it, I wonder if she just didn't even show that they had the Odin immediately.
I don't think she did, because you saw she had 100 bullets when she started spamming.
And then, of course, like, they just keep on coming through. She doesn't stop. Oh.
And Bastarda's starting to talk a little bit of trash. She's known for it.
Getting louder. It's the tagline for the event. Nora going in, though.
And Daiki, the support is so good. Through the wall, takes down Scary Shark. PowerPixel has traded. Needs to do more, though, and they've got it. 3 for PowerPixel into the site. B secured. Retake by a double flank.
Yeah, this time they're going to have to come all the way around. Paranoia, double flashes to work with. But EG, once they read that no one's coming through spawn, the drone clears out everything there. They can focus their attention to just play off the alarm bot that's conveniently placed right outside main.
Knife and 2 flashes for Bizarra. But that alarm bot will reveal one way. Instantly goes up as a reaction.
Knife only tags the Sova. Not going to matter so much against Lori.
Is it just a save? Not a lot of money left in the bank. I think they just want to try and do some damage here.
Yeah, Bizarra just going to be holding that smoke. Throw that down, try to trap some players in there. Good teleport, actually, from Thea to come around on the other side. There's not a lot of time for EG to get out, and those angles not super... Oh, my God!
She's clean. Will die to the spike, but That's some damage done onto EG. They never had a comfortable economy despite being up 3-1. But
TL never make it easy for EG.
no, not an inch for free.
Yeah, I mean, once again, Daiki with that Odin is just doing disturbing things to Evil Geniuses.
But it all comes back to Power Pixel and getting that ult online early.
Yeah. It was really important for that round. How do they replicate? I think in the last round, too, there was actually an Odin purchased for EG at the start to try and counter-spam towards Daiki. That's why Daiki was getting a little bit more creative with those angles. You don't always see the setup from there, but now into this round, Killjoy's setup switches over to A. They're fighting down into mid.
It's not a stroke attack. The Jet doesn't commit with it, but now, oh, this is interesting. She's actually just gonna get back, forced away by that drone, and TL, well, they get some space in B main. They don't find any kills off the play.
I think TL were anticipating the same play from rounds 1 and 2, and that paranoia was meant to blind all the players behind Nora, who was running up by herself. Bastarda was confident in that fight and could have turned it into a kill. A good opener. Now Bastarda's just rotated back over towards A, so that's where the stack is going to be leaning slightly for Team Liquid. Evil Geniuses need a mid-3 smoke all the way deep to be able to break that line and put more pressure on Team Liquid, I feel.
How mobile Bastarda is. She's repositioned into tree room in the right spot as EG set their sights towards A. Flash around the corner, Bastarda trying to spam, and she connects on the Thea. That's a big find, no more smokes for EG.
It's sleight of hand though, look at this, up through mid, Scary Shark and Power Pixel going straight into the crossfires, and there's still Daiki on site. Daiki gets one, the trade is there, but Daiki is still a problem for Evil Genius's backside.
She's tucked away and she's ready to spam for more. Georgina does go down. Power Pixel now has Daiki isolated.
30 seconds left.
Can the leader get it done? Can she buy time for these rotations? That Odin's got a lot of bullets, but she doesn't have a fight in time somehow. Still gets one onto Starbound and buys just enough of a moment for Bastarda to come in and support. I don't know how she gets one there.
Daiki's just having a day, isn't she?
You don't think the Odin would win holding an angle most of the time?
No, or swinging an angle either.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Just
I mean, it opens with that just silly, goofy, funky kill through a smoke. And then again, because there's no deep smoke blocking that cross, EG are rushed through that choke. They're not clearing spawn for the first kill. Then, once they think they're past, they wouldn't expect another eye on that market line. That's exactly where Daiki is.
Full eco here for EG. And they'll work through mid.
And a lot of mid work for EG. It's actually a stark difference to their attack on split. Trying to split their way in.
Off angle for Georgina. Flash there, will excel it, dash forward, Scary Shark. Just not looking.
No.
Georgina, I mean, she's so precise. The spray transfers seem to always connect, and of course she's still alive too. Gonna go back in for another one. Beautifully placed crosshair out of Georgina. Give her a race. Starbound will run for the hills, tuck on low, but Georgina's hunting. Won't find it this time. But Bizarre, she's there. Clean round there for TL.
I mean, standing ovation in the crowd. You've got a unicorn to cheer on the Team Liquid here.
Everyone's out here in São Paulo.
Yeah. Look, I thought Team Liquid were horses, but might as well get everyone on board with this. I mean, look at that.
I think that's her third spray transfer just this series.
Yes, yes. I mean, remember the 2-bullet 3K back on split?
She can't believe it. Feels like she should at this point with how well she's
It's almost
doing.
like she's having too much fun. Like, it shouldn't be that comfy, and yet it is for her.
Suppressed.
EG turning for the first time some attention towards A main control. But TL have 2 players set up here. They might actually flash through this one way. Does Bizarre get aggressive? She's just going to hold.
Holding it for now. Daiki has the ultimate to play off of, so there's options once you see players here to pop that ulti. They just get the 2 kills to begin with. It doesn't matter, and they're aggressing on the other side of the map as well. TL are taking fights everywhere.
TL is a team that at the start of every game will not respect you. You have to earn their respect. You have to force them to stop pushing every extremity. And if you don't, they're just going to keep doing things like that.
It'll just keep happening.
Great
Team
info.
Liquid, I mean, Georgina turns around and takes another one. TL walked into this round with 3 ults, and they might walk away with 4 if Bastarda is able to hunt one down.
A chance to chat here for EG.
EG, their setup at the start of this round, it was a 3-2. They were expecting aggression. They had that triangle setup almost outside of B in case there was going to be the dive up through mid from Bastarda again. They had 2 players holding over towards A, and they were probably always going to look to reset into the mid round into their Killjoy ult to slam into a site. But their hold did not work. It falls apart. So what do you do at that point?
Great question.
10 seconds left.
Save your rifles.
Yeah, try to at least. Bastarda wants that Blade Storm. Not gonna get it. Well, will actually get it, despite maybe not the way you'd expect. Great damage here from EG, but there's plenty of money on the other side, so they're happy to just keep fighting and getting rid of that rifle.
It's a very good
The priority.
at the end there. Yeah, fantastically done, and yes, they do walk away with the 4. What do EG piece together? They can get 3 rifles, but not full utility. I think it's
Blade Storm. Scary Shark can give 1.
Yeah,
they're gonna call a timeout to discuss it.
Yeah, I imagine you drop the rifle, pop the knives, get the unicorn out in force. Gotta love it.
I don't know how the people here in São Paulo aren't losing their voices. It has been constant chatting the entire game. Oh, it's timeout.
Yeah.
Keep going.
They just keep on going. It's kind of unbelievable. You'd think Team Liquid maybe have a competitive advantage here. Do unicorns beat sharks? I'm not sure what the lore is on that one, but
tough to call, really.
Tough to call. Oh, EG, what is it going to be? Right, it was so much mid-control for them in the early rounds. Then they try to play extremity control. I actually think this may be the round where the heavy dive comes out. I would expect to see something A main again for Team Liquid, right? You have the Sobolt and you have the knives, so you can do that setup where that ult goes straight down in a line from Tree. Jet can pop up with the knives, and KO Flash can get involved there as well.
But TL, we saw in the first map, they're really good at counter-calling in these timeouts, being ready for plays like that.
It's possible they just go something more passive and do like a bit of a mid-trap play.
Because look at the ults on the other side. TL are totally happy to just play full retake here if they want to.
Yeah, and that's why like heavy stacking in towards market could be an idea. Operator comes online now for Bastarda, so that's an extra wrinkle that EG have to figure out here. Scary Shark has the rifle and also knives. I don't like this.
Yeah, that's so strange.
I really don't like this. I figure you would have caught that in the timeout.
New scenario here for EG on a big stage. Little mistakes like that can happen.
What's the plan for EG? They're going to end up leaning back into A. I imagine at that point they do the handoff. We'll see though.
Surely.
Georgina's really going to take this fight in A main, I would imagine. Just one way held down. That is the second of her smoke. She only has 1 more to keep that cycle going.
Flash over the top. Georgina will vacate the premises. 2 players on this A side to anchor Scary Shark in with the Vandal, and Bizarre just tries to dive into her Cloudburst. All on Georgina. It's been excellent thus far, and hey, we doubt it, but Scary Shark's going crazy with this rifle. Drops 2. Now the weapon can be recovered as it evens 3v3 in the post.
There's still a lockdown for Starbound, but Bastarda can pop into the knives if she wants. Lori scouts out, and there goes the lockdown, but Team Liquid are just fighting.
The retake is so swift here. Lori could line up 2, but Daiki's there in time, holds the line, and trades out.
Daiki's sticking it to half. No, I mean, the Killjoy ult is going to pop her, but it's to half.
Now it's Bastarda applying Protect the President. Will hold this line because they have it. They have time to just keep her alive. What a ridiculous call from TL. She's going to stick. The AWP is on this angle, and Bastarda has never missed that shot. What a round for Team Liquid!
What a cold call from Daiki!
The second longest standing duo in this tournament. They are perfectly linked in moments like that.
Full trust between each other. You miss 1 shot with that off, yeah, that player's gonna scale forward and be able to break it. But no, Daiki goes to that half stick through the ultimate. Does not matter. Bastarda isn't gonna miss. She shut down Nora first and closes out the round with the last.
I thought that was their lockdown for a second just because of how ridiculous it was that Daiki was still running into it.
It didn't make sense. EG also stun locked in that exchange.
We're straight back into it though. Scary Shark trying to replicate this fast A pop, but look at the mollies. Again, Scary Shark is alone on this site. Everyone else is far away, but they will eventually ford that river and get a post line. But could TL just fly here? Everyone is ready to go on their side.
Yeah, they're both pushing up, down onto Cap. They're really wondering where that flank is going to be coming from.
Okay, well, that's big. They'll pop it already. No util in the post for EG. They have to button down the hatches because on the other side, TL are working a flank. And it's one of these classic Daiki pauses in the mid-round. They stall out for a moment. Wait for the flank to come to fruition. Paranoia.
Time is ticking.
Remain. Starbound has to contend with this, but on the other side, Team Liquid still waiting. Time is ticking away, but Starbound is down. Huge kill to find. Now the dart comes in, but Starbound forward with the operator, dashing every which way. Dives her own teammates Molly, but does it matter?
Time.
He's in a 1v2. Not much time, not much opportunity to make this work. Finds
time.
one, needs that other player, and there's just no time left. Surely she can't get this done. No. EG get away with it.
Team Liquid win the round, but their score doesn't go up. EG gets that one thanks to time. I think the decision to go for the flank there just didn't come in quickly enough.
A little too slow.
Yeah, ended up stalling out, and that was a lot of the duration of their null command too. Those tree players weren't willing to scale in until the main players, that flank double comes in. And no matter what Bastarda did, the silly drop down from Evan, gets one, almost turns it into a second. But too slow at the end of the day. A lifeline for EG.
And a Red Bull clutch there for EG. B main, this round's going to be fast already.
Already on the site.
And she is not slowing down. Oh, but catches herself up above. Now the turret's making contact, but Scary Shark still gets it done on Isa. Odin, Daiki spraying for 2. 3v3 now on the site.
Tons of chip damage though. Daiki gets 2 and the damage onto Lori, onto Nora, down to 40 HP. Nora, what can you do? The last 2 entries have been fantastic. Now knives.
More time bought. And a tag as well off the Hunter's Fury. Everyone's arrived for TL. The troops are ready to go. 2 flashes. Paranoia. What comes first? Who can they blind? That is a great Paranoia. Scary Shark in the open with no chance to live. And Bizarra adjusts for a double. Starbound. An impossible position. Has to isolate 2 fights in with the flashes coming in. They can't win it. Team Liquid bounce back immediately.
Team Liquid's coordination off of their forcing utility, the paranoias, the flashes on both maps has been perfection. And it's not always just when Bastarda is diving into the site. Even there you have Bizarra scaling up off the paranoia. Everything coming together.
And EG haven't taken a breath. Last 3 rounds have all been fast execs.
You'd imagine a pace change coming out of that, slow things down for EG. I mean, the openings have been decent, but just like on Split, the entry for Nora, it's getting kills, but when it goes to Daiki's site, somehow Daiki is sleuthing her way around the entry, so she's always fighting the 2nd and 3rd players in, getting her 2 before she falls, and that has been the difference for Team Liquid, and why they're winning so many of these rounds.
So save for EG. They'll go back to the pistol strat, B-split. TL has dealt with this one many times before.
Early lockdown.
Used a lockdown on this Antique. I want to make sure they get these last 2 rounds. That's a great dart by Daiki.
Rounds getting funky from EG. They're going all the way into defender spawn to wrap back into A. And these mid players are getting pinched. 2 players still left in market. What is going on in this? But Bastarda is still in mid. She finds the first, and the movement is a little all over the place.
But that's the spike on the ground. For how long? Daiki, great reposition here. She can cut off any players except for Thea, the only one who can get past that. Teleports up towards A as TL re-clear.
But Georgina is still in B main. She steps on forward, gets the first. There's nothing you can do. She's too good as an anchor.
What a wild round from Team Liquid. Back and forth from EG. They adapt to it well. 7-4 now. Final round of the half.
Looks familiar.
It does.
7-4. Last map closed out 7-5 in favor of TL.
It was a matter of 1 round last time. This is important for EG.
No ults for either side. Daiki, if she can get one. In the late rounds, Sova K ult potentially online. That could be damning for EG. Set up 4-1 right now. Outside of B, just here to break this early Killjoy turtle. We've seen it a few times in this game. Now they're aware it is Killjoy setup here. Actually, look at that nanoswarm Isa has very deep on her so that both she and Daiki can fall back onto site and play to contain that dive from Nora.
Started smoked up, but still toying with the idea of going through.
Yeah, the absolute psycho swing.
So confident on that agent.
And now we're getting to that point in the round where they're going to set up, run into potentially 2 players in A main, and EG have to make a choice. Do they stick through it, or do they rotate back into mid? If they go back into mid, that's where they meet Bastarda's op. And that's where the round could fall apart completely.
Another player entrenched in wine for Team Liquid. Shujina's been here a lot. What does she do this time? Paranoia, swing forward. Thea holds it down. That is a massive kill for EG. They'll head towards the site. Sarah cannot stall for long, but Bastarda, she's here, and she has that train on the angle. Great flash from Bizarra, and another opportunity for Bastarda. She'll pull out the Sheriff, can't find the shot in time, but Bizarra here again, left and right. It's a 1-2 punch from both, and it's a familiar position for Starbound. Spike in no man's land. 10 seconds left, and well, that's a beautiful shot. It won't be around. 8-4 in the lead for TL.
It's Team Liquid's house right now. Absolutely feeling it. Almost a carbon copy of that last game. And it was close, don't get me wrong, but these anchors have been so good. Team Liquid defense is stalwart.
Still a respectable half for EG. So a chance for them in the second half. But following Liquid's loss on day 1 of this tournament, we spoke with Bastarda about what went wrong and why you shouldn't count TL out.
Hi, I'm Paula Naguil. I'm 23 years old and I'm playing for Team Liquid Brazil. I feel sad because I had really high expectations. I feel so bad for lose to G2 because we lose in communication. We was so nervous in game and we couldn't conclude the maps. Last year we lost to G2, but this year my team I think is better. So if we face G2 again, I think we will back more strong to defeat them.
Inside that pit, met up with Blanche, working to get on this extremity. Beautiful flash though for 2 insta-kills. Roxy looking to clutch it, not gonna happen! Bizarra with the headhunter!
Evergenius is so good because they defeat the queens in EMEA, they defeat Topify, so I'm so anxious to play against Lori because I met her last year in tournament, so will be fun. Sorry to all the fans to the lose against G2, but we will come back strong. I promise.
A promise to the fans from Team Liquid 1. They're looking to make do on here, up 8-4 in the half.
100%. Bastarda looked fantastic. I mean, game 1 for sure, but that first half, especially once the op got online. And now, I think we need to reintroduce that challenge to Nora on the opposite side. There were quite a few rounds, the entries were good. You know, even when she didn't go for knives, she took the rifle, it was money. But on defense, that is where the op must shine for her.
And that means EG need to win this pistol. They need to get that economy built up to give Nora the opportunity to shine. And she absolutely has to deliver. So much pressure for a player who has never been on a stage like this before.
Yeah, it's a big one. She started stepping up, no more second chances. 5 rounds to TL, and it is lights out for EG. They would go home here without winning a map. And it starts here in the pistol. Looks like, I mean, the setup for Team Liquid, looking to just catch any early aggression at the moment for EG. Maybe a little bit of a fake with Bizarra on the opposite side, but they can play fast and loose, I feel like. Usually when they come out of a half with a big advantage, they come in, big smiles on their face, and they will keep on egoing you until you can prove you're better.
Heavy setup towards B from Team Liquid, just waiting out the dart. It's gone now.
That's weird though, not seeing anything in A main at all off that deep dart.
They were expecting something towards mid, a crossfire there. This is a different pistol round from TL.
And with this hit, EG can come with 2 players quickly flashing out of that market smoke. They want to catch this hit in its veins.
Does this player on site get caught off guard? Is Lori in trouble, or can she rise to the occasion? Finds one already. Scary Shark just dashing in to try and help her out, but the trades thus far seem favorable for TL. It ends in a 2v3, but damage was done.
Yeah, and EG delete the lurk option. 3 players alive, but they're all so low for EG. Nora is getting hunted down. Daiki finds another one.
1 enemy remaining.
And Bastarda the next. Thea 22 HP, and look at TL! They do not stop! When they have an advantage, they keep pushing. And when you're up against Bastarda and Daiki in a clutch, that duo does not lose. There is a reason that they have defined this Team Liquid squad, that they have defined Brazilian Game Changers for so long.
Yeah, I mean, Palestra coming out of last year literally said he wanted to build the team basically anew. But he kept 2 players. He could not give up on Daiki and Bastarda. Started from scratch from the rest, and it has been a perfect combination building around these 2 superstars.
That's a heartbreaker for EG. And it won't be much better in this round. Only classics.
TL won that first map without taking a pistol. Now they've got it in the second half to go up to 9. Again, though, Evil Geniuses are going to look to fight out of this smoke. It's the oldest trick in the book, but you fight out of the attacking smokes with that KO and try to pick up anything you can.
Worked well in the first half for Team Liquid. But EG won't find that same success. Door closed, and TL in a great spot.
And PowerPixel let that door close on themselves, electing to go for the full 5 retake.
Issa, the insurance policy of this round, has a late reflank primed. From him, not that late.
You get that kill, that's a Bulldog in hand. That's big for PowerPixel. Lori finds 1. It's 5-on-3 now for EG.
Can they convert the advantage, though? Bastarda wants even the odds back in the favor of Team Liquid. Dark Story Heaven. Perfect shot. Lori's down and dive into the site. It's a massacre. Team Liquid still in control.
Shocker. Once again, it's Daiki and Bastarda. And look, Evil Geniuses, they got the first 2 openers, but still, that was full classic. So once it turned into long-range fights where they couldn't, figure something out with the right clicks, it slips away. But now, Odin hands of Lori. Everything matters from here on out for Evil Geniuses. They're not going to be able to get an op online for a long, long time, buying down to nothing. 4 players with heavy armor, literally everyone that possibly can.
To say they need to win this anti-bonus is an understatement. They need to win it dominantly. They need momentum.
It'll be a big A main fight too. Paranoia can come down from tree, and you have the battery. Nora and Pixel here to fight into main, but they've been shut back.
Used, but Bastarda is really stuck here. Except it's, of course, Scary Shark who gets out of that one.
It's an issue, though. EG are not fighting off the utility. They're escaping off of it. They're running away. Team Liquid take control of main, take the orb, continue to farm on up. Daiki's just one off the Hunter's Fury.
And look what tools they still have. Flash and a knife for Bizarra, a dash for Bastarda. There are still lots of options for TL.
Potentially good mid-rounding from EG, though. Because look, they've got the microwave set up over on B. 3 players there, too. But this looks like a bit of a fake. Spike in the hands of Bizarra outside of A.
And you see they're all set up to avoid this KO knife in A main.
PowerPixel has to find an opener here. Has to not get caught rotating away from the fake.
There's that knife. Bad info.
Oh no, and that means Nora's leaving A. It's all on PowerPixel. We have to go to A. They have to do something.
PowerPixel, a great off angle, finds 1 shot, but the shots cannot rain in time to connect on the Jujina. Scary Shark made it back in time, though. 4v3. No post plant yet for TL.
They can't plant the spike, though. Daiki gets the kill with the Sheriff into tree. Now they can bust down the door, go for the plant. Lori has to stop them in their tracks.
And Lori's done it already. Daiki in so much trouble to get across to join her teammate. Jujina wants to get that plant in. Here comes the flood for EG. And down goes Daiki. 5 HP is just not enough. Lori connects the shot. And EG, it looked damn scary, but they get it across the line.
I got spooked there. PowerPixel. They got the opener, and that was enough. And then Nora actually was able to come in quickly enough for those first 2.
They also build up some ults that they can have early in this half. Ultimate economy is key to build a comeback like the one EG needs to stay in Brazil.
It's kind of a crazy track there from Nora to go through the floor under her feet.
Let's go. Good job.
Take down that second one.
Let's go. Good job.
I think we heard that twice. But it was nice. 5 separating now.
Hunter's Fury for Daiki. That could be big to just go for hard exec. Use that to help Bastarda path into the site.
Spike is still hanging out over towards A. Team Liquid are really patient in these openers.
And Jujina just chilling out in that one way. Get some info in A main. She's the cancel option in this round.
Shock Dart doesn't connect. No Molly setup on the switch this time around. EG have liked to go for those much deeper Molly setups. Deep alarm as well.
And unusual for a lot of Jets. You see Bastarda so often with agency to go for clearance like this pretty much alone.
Right now we're going to see a drone up mid, I'd imagine, from Daiki up towards market to show a little bit more presence. Yeah, get up here, pop the drone, maybe catch a rotation while the rest of the team punches into tree.
They wanted to break the alarm bot to try and draw rotates away, and they draw rotates, but here's the judge for Power Pixel. Massive kills to find. The two most important players to get into a site ripped away from TL. Now Daiki has so much to do. Needs perfection against this judge, and she has got it.
30 seconds left.
Clean pre-fire. Now into the site they go. And scary. Oh no, the timing there for Nora nearly gets the better of her.
Thea is still down in hell though. She can try to stop this plant, but Georgina gets the kill up in heaven.
Now it's all Thea. The IGL. She struggled this map thus far, and it will continue. Daiki executes her.
10 seconds left.
Only 2 players stand for EG, but Lori could be the hero again. She stepped up in Berlin. Can she do it in Brazil? One dart available.
Standing ahead.
And a clear onto Georgina.
There they are.
When does the drop come? When does EG activate?
Last
A dive
player
in,
standing.
Starbound for the first,
enemy
and a
remaining.
flick for Daiki. 1v1. She spots Starbound on the other side. Another tap on the spike. Daiki has to find the timing, and the flick just misses out. It's Starbound connects it. 11 HP is enough. EG stay alive for another round.
Losing that could have just lost EG the entire tournament. It was dire straits. Daiki was doing everything she could to come away with that.
A flight home on the line, and Starbound on really their first big team, on their first international stage, keeps them in it.
I mean, look at that drop, up and down. Well, Daiki gets the kills, and ooh, it is close. It is tight at the end there. Evil Geniuses, never a chance to breathe in this game.
Let's go, Starbound!
They've been playing from the back foot this entire series. They have an opportunity, though, to lessen this gap. Half buy for TL.
EG ping-ponging their setup of the Killjoy on the anti-eco. TL won an anti-eco on 10 last game. I hate to bring it up, but Evil Geniuses must be perfect to close. Team Liquid are playing very good Valorant today.
Lori Holden off the turret. Sees TL on the cross. The pressure now falls to the site, anchors over towards B. The rotates, well timed. Scary Shark on the right angle, but doesn't connect the shot. That dash is gone, and surely a smoke soon to bloom. It'll go up. TL into the site.
Yeah, still Power Pixel. Backside taking that fight, but can't find it. Bastarda is better.
Huge kill from Bastarda. But Thea has one of her own, and EG, they're going to flood back into this one quickly. The position in main is
Look
so
at the flank from
important.
Georgina.
So many layers to this for TL. Hunter's Fury, they're fighting forward into this one. And Bastarda again finds a critical shot, but the trade is there from EG's leader, 3v3. They need this round. And Starbound is getting it done, but Daiki in the backlines again steps up. And it's all on Starbound. Dart in front of them. They need to break that, but they don't in time. How many moments will the leader of Team Liquid be the one to save them?
She just does it all. And for Starbound, twice in a row is just simply too much to ask. Not again versus Daiki. She's not going to let it happen.
And that was one rifle. Bastarda had it, and she did so much.
There's questions to ask. Power Pixel has to win that opening fight. Maybe drop the null command. There's different things that could have been done. And EG, they can't look to the past. 2 rounds, and it could be lost for them now.
But for some of those players, they have to feel the weight of the past. Last year for Lori, she was a map away from winning the Game Changers Championship with Shopify. The first reverse sweep we've ever had in VCT was against her. And now she's just one map away from being the first team eliminated in Brazil.
The first team eliminated and winless as well. Smacked down by Team SMG. And now a hard-fought game 1. They have to battle back. This is where the coaching staff of EG has to get on board.
What is the plan? There's not room for another mistake. There's not room for a sloppy anti-eco.
coordination on site. I think it has to be that. In so many of these late round hits, it's been one isolated play from EG, like Power Pixel, A Heaven, or again, it was actually Power Pixel isolated back site on B. There weren't crossfires. The crossfires were broken as soon as there were smokes. I need to see Buddy System, but I need to see Guns. They've got no money, Mimi.
They're broke. Hard call to make.
Wow.
Full save.
It's brutal, too, because they had 3 ultimates. They could have gone for a Hero Guardian. No, that gets sold away by Power Pixel at the very end.
Team Liquid take their time. They want to close this one out cleanly.
Looking at EG, though. The 2 players on B, Lori, Thea, much closer, able to play off of one another. Even just tucking into backside here. The shock dart breaks both mollies though as well, and now the starter going on in.
The starter, what? Drops straight into a shorty? Literally the only opportunity to get a kill there for Thea. She does it. Can they get more though? Can these players in the backline stay alive long enough? Here comes the rotation, but they are gunned down by Team Liquid. Poor Thea. No HP, no abilities, and surely not a chance. Series point, Team Liquid.
Evil Geniuses had the most impossible of challenges heading into this Game Changers event. A new player and 3 days to practice with them. Evil Geniuses now 1 game away, 1 round away from losing their chance to continue competing here. But finally, back against the wall, Scary Shark Nora has the operator in hand. Nora, it is your time to make it happen.
The last minute edition. The player no one had heard of coming into this event. Again, has the pressure on her back.
Team Liquid fainting a bit over towards A here. The drone will come out, or maybe just the shock dart to try and clear away some Killjoy utility on this side, and just a shoulder is revealed. That's all Daiki gives Nora, and it's not enough to find a shot.
Fake towards A, paranoia. Drone, 3 players rotating. Power Pixel though, popping the ult. Thea on the site, can't find anything. And Power Pixel in this close corner is just standing their ground.
Oh,
their feet are burning though, and they cannot stay alive. 3v4, that KO can get picked up. The spam is great. Lori again getting it done, but she's showing herself. Georgina takes advantage of that.
What is Daiki gonna do? Does she go for the wrap all the way through mid? She does. No one will see this coming.
It's being watched now, but is the timing right? Can Daiki do it? No. Starbound, too aware.
30 seconds left.
So it's Georgina. Spike can be picked up, but not much time.
Nora swapped over into a rifle.
She'll get the plant. Is this how they close out the game?
Georgina jumps up.
Lockdown popped. Georgina ahead of it could isolate a kill here onto Starbound, but the smoke is in her way. She'll spam it. A risk taken. Boom! Wins! And Georgina wins it! Team Liquid defends their homes. This is their stage, and they will not lose to EG.
Team Liquid showed up to play today. I mean, back-to-back top performances from Daiki. An impossible player to break. And Georgina, the multi-frags were just unreal.
How many rounds did Georgina clutch?
Too many to count. I don't have enough fingers. And like that wasn't even one, it was a 1 versus 3. Saw the angle given by Lori and the spray transfer onto the third.
That smoke is so perfect, by the way, to win that. What a Red Bull clutch.
That wasn't like the cheap ice sneak up and shoot in the back end. She broke the Killjoy ultimate. She literally broadcasted her position for all to see and still won out in the clutch.
And that's how you start a lower bracket run if you're Team Liquid Brazil. And credit to EG. They had a tough task in front of them, and unfortunately, they'll be remembered as the team who made the miracle happen, who made it here to Brazil. but they couldn't get a map.
I mean, the team that shocked all of America by taking down Shopify Rebellion in the final, right? They put up a hell of a fight here in map #1 especially.
And I think people might remember that SMG game, but really here against Team Liquid, this is where they stepped up. This is where we saw EG playing to themselves, but it's TL, of course, the victors today. And to hear more about the game, we have the analyst desk standing by.
Thank you very much, Mimi and Ender. That is right. Team Liquid, they avoid elimination today. And what a way to do it as well. I've got Sapphire and Mira's here with me on the desk. Feel free to celebrate. I know you're very happy about that. And it was a great series. Team Liquid played very, very well.
Yeah, it was a great series. As I said in the first map, all over the same again. They were not respecting EG. They were playing with an aggressive posture. Daiki, and like she carried it. I don't know what to say. Like she just handled it by her own. I don't know. I love it.
So many incredible moments from those players. Of course, Daiki was amazing. Bastarda on the op was fantastic. And then huge props to Georgina for how many like 2K, 3Ks, like beautiful transfers that we saw. And then, of course, close it out with that epic moment.
Yeah, I can't believe Georgina closed it out like that. That was mad. And the fact, it wasn't just Daiki on this map. It was Daiki on map 1 from right from the outset. You know, they dropped the pistol, but then from there on, it just didn't feel like Daiki ever even had a bad round.
Yeah, she had a lot of great reads in the defense. Mainly being the initiator, you can get the utility in the right time. You can ult when you think it's a fake or something. She was doing all that. It was not only individually, but also in her function in defense. She was doing great.
Yeah, and then so many like nice reads from her. We saw obviously on the attack side, like taking that mid control, which opened up so many avenues for her team, and then even like somehow helping to keep Bastarda alive, who was like dancing around on A site many times. So many. It's just epic moments from these players.
Does this feel like a run that's about to happen? You know, are they gonna go all the way now?
You gotta feel good about this. I'm not liking what potentially happens in the lower bracket. We won't talk about who their opponent is, but just in terms of this team, they are looking fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, I don't only talk about Team Liquid because I'm Brazilian, but I really do know these players. I played against them. And I really like how they play. I really know they can go really far in the tournament.
We actually have Daiki standing by right now with Tonello in the Verizon post-match interview.
Na Liquid para marcar, obviamente, a primeira vitória nesse Game Changers. A gente vai falar um pouquinho sobre o que aconteceu nesse jogo. So here I am joined by Daiki, after this crazy win against EG, and of course, I'll talk a little bit more about this game right now. So the first question I want to ask her is about this nervousness, because she actually, after a post-match interview, said that the team was a bit nervous, and because of that, it had impacted like negatively on their gameplay and performance. So what did they talk about on these last days to, of course, make a comeback and turn this around? Daiki, parabéns, primeiro de tudo. Até eu tô meio em choque agora com o que aconteceu. E você falou depois da entrevista, né, depois da primeira série, que vocês estavam nervosas na estreia. O que vocês conversaram esses últimos dias para mudar isso e chegar com muito mais confiança hoje?
A gente, assim, falando bem por cima mesmo, a gente não mudou absolutamente nada. A gente teve uma conversa mais séria em questão de comunicação e de que a gente, independente da situação, a gente não podia mudar e teria que ser um pouco mais consistente. Eu imagino que era para o jogo da G2 ter sido um pouco mais fácil, mas a gente já consertou isso. Eu acho que a gente está muito mais confiante de entrar aqui no palco e jogar aqui para vocês. Então, eu acho que foi essa mais a questão da calma e da comunicação dentro de jogo mesmo, porque fora de jogo a gente não mudou absolutamente nada.
So she said, actually, I'll tell you, we haven't changed anything. We just thought the game against G2 was going to be a bit easier as well. But we talked about more communication and about getting here and doing what we can and what we know how to do. And this, all of course, made us much more, like, with the trust, much better. And this is why it all changed for better for us. And the next question I'm going to ask her is about the split and the Cypher, of course, because Cypher seems to be more and more of a trend right now. So how was it to play against him? Was it difficult? Did they expect something like that and so on? Sobre o Cypher na split, ele está sendo uma tendência agora, né, para alegria de uns e tristeza dos outros. Como que foi jogar contra ele? Vocês já estavam esperando? Vocês já tinham estudado? Porque mesmo na metade que ele estava no ataque, pareceu ser bastante complicado.
A gente estava esperando um Chamber, que é do histórico delas, e realmente jogar contra o Cypher está sendo um pouquinho difícil, porque ele está um agente muito mais consistente agora, ele está sendo bem chato de jogar contra. Mas eu acho que a gente não se abalou tanto, porque a gente já treinou muitas vezes contra a Cypher, tá literalmente todo mundo jogando com Cypher. Então eu acho que surpreendeu, mas tudo sob controle ainda.
So we're actually expecting a chamber on this composition because of what EG had played before, but everyone is playing Cypher right now, so we had trained against Cypher a lot of times, so that was okay for us, and we could really manage the situation. And our last question for her is about the next match against BBL or SR, who she wants to face off against, or who she'd rather play against. Agora contra a BBL ou a Shopify Rebellion, que vocês vão jogar na sequência, quem que você quer enfrentar?
Bom, eu quero muito enfrentar a Shopify por causa da Mel. Eu acho que desde o ano passado a gente sempre vem falando desse confronto e ele não aconteceu ano passado e a gente estava esperando que acontecesse esse ano. Eu não quero que elas percam. Eu estou mais ansiosa para jogar contra elas e eu espero que seja na grande final. Mas a BBL eu imagino que a gente vai acabar enfrentando.
So I really want to play against Mel, against Shopify Rebellion, because everyone was expecting this game last year and it actually didn't happen. So I don't want them to lose, but of course I really wanted to face off against her. So I think it's going to be on the grand finals, but I think we're going to play against BBL. Muito obrigado, Daiki. Parabéns de novo. Thank you so much. Essa foi a Daiki.
When people think about esports, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Players, obviously, but there's so much more.
With the launch of the MasterCard Gamer Academy, we're providing 10 people who are passionate about League of Legends or Valorant and want to pursue a career in esports with the chance to learn what it takes. What it takes to manage a team.
Can we wrap this up? We need to scream.
What it takes to produce content. Cut. Okay, yep. Okay, action. What it takes to write, direct, and produce award-winning content. And of course, what it takes to pull off some of the largest events like the League of Legends World Championship or Valorant Champions. In partnership with MasterCard, we've created a priceless experience. The chance to fly to Seoul, Berlin, and more, and take immersive courses on esports, business, content, and everything in between. Taught by the very best. Think you have what it takes? Here's how to apply.
Red Bull gives you wings.